Hello beautiful souls and welcome back. Today's tarot and oracle reading is the prediction for August 2020. This is about the energies surrounding us this month. Now usually I do the Zodiac predictions after the pick a card. The pick a card went up on Monday and I'm trying something a little bit different this month. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. So instead of doing the individual zodiac signs, I'm doing it by elements. So this video is for the earth element signs. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is for if this is your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising or ascendant sign. But let me know what you think of this format. I am also only using 2 decks today. I found recently that I have been using a lot of decks and just not letting all of the messages from the cards come through just because there's so many cards and so many messages. So today we're just using the Animal Totem Tarot and the Enchanted Map Oracle, and we're going to get as many messages from these cards as possible. I'm excited for this reading. I'm really enjoying this format so far. So without further ado, let's get started. So again, this is the August 2020 energy prediction messages for what we can expect this month for the earth signs. So again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So let's see, what messages are there? Thank you. Starting off with the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands. Okay, right off the bat, trust your intuition this month, okay? Trust your intuition, trust, if you're feeling like the lunar cycles or maybe even the planetary cycles are affecting you, then really listen to your body. Don't act hastily on emotions. Really take time this month. Listen to your intuition, but take time to process what you're feeling, what you're hearing, however your intuition might speak to you. It's very interesting because we have the High Priestess, so very psychic vibes from this card, but also just the sky on this Queen of Wands card, the purples and the pinks. I'm getting a very clairvoyant kind of vibe. So I don't know if clairvoyance is psychic seeing, but it could be any of the clairs, clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant. Just really trust your emotions, trust your intuition, but don't be too hasty, okay? This lioness here, she is observing her surroundings, she's watching, and she knows when the time is right. She'll see, but she doesn't, go after the first prey item that she sees. She's watching, she's observant. Her and her fellow lionesses will, they'll stalk the herd, picking up different clues, not just going after one piece of information that tells you that is the item you need to go after, but observing and waiting and knowing when that time is right to make the move, to take action. Okay, so I'm feeling like that's going to be very important for you this August. Really listening to yourself, but not just one piece of information, really gathering information and trusting that when the pieces come together, you'll know what to do. But again, this moon's really speaking to me as well, so pay attention to the lunar cycles. If it's the full moon, sometimes the full moon can really offset our balance for a lot of people. Some people have a lot of difficulty sleeping around the full moon, so if that's you, when you're tired, you don't always make the best decisions. So just, be cautious of your emotions this month, okay? little more information about this Queen of Wands, please. It's interesting because as I was shuffling, I kept hearing like grounded, and these are earth signs. And it's almost like, yeah, we're kind of talking on a supernatural level, but you still have to remain grounded in the moment, remain grounded in your human body, connect back with Mother Nature. So maybe if you are feeling like the lunar cycles really are pulling you in one way or another, or if planetary movements are really affecting you, connect back with the earth, connect back with, the place that you feel most comfortable, most at home. Like maybe it's by the ocean, maybe it's in the forest, in the mountains, wherever it happens to be. Perhaps it's in the desert, on the savannas, who knows, right? Wherever you feel connected to the earth, whether you can go there physically or go there spiritually, like through meditation, make sure you're taking time to ground yourself. That might really help you as well this coming month, okay? Especially if you are having a hard time listening to your intuition. The Seven of Wands. Mr. Skunk. It's interesting because skunks can be so beneficial for the environment, and yet we are so turned off by skunks just because of their defense mechanism, their odor, right? But I mean, skunks are actually so cute. That card just jumped halfway across the surface. Who are you? You are the King of Pentacles, but you came out in reverse. Interesting. So we have the Queen of Wands, and I asked to clarify the Queen of Wands with those cards. King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Seven of Wands. It's like you need to connect with your divine feminine this month. Your caring, compassionate nature, your creative nature. There's a time and a place for intellectual, for go-getter kind of energy, for forceful energy, but now is not the time. It's interesting because we have, so we've got this bison, he looks like he's ready to charge, right? We've also got these wands pointed right at this skunk. But if you confront this skunk from a point of fear, if you confront this skunk and upset it, scare it, startle it, then you're gonna have a bad time, right? But it's almost like if you're having an issue with someone in your life, it's almost like, or something in your life, approach it from compassion, approach it from a very loving, nurturing, feminine kind of energy. And now it doesn't matter if you're male or female or however you identify. We are all a balance of masculine and feminine energy, and those energies are distributed differently between each of us. And the masculine energy is often seen as more dominant, more forceful, projecting kind of energy. It's this kind of energy where you feel like this, this power is going towards the skunk and it's kind of pushing it out, and that's what's causing the skunk to be defensive. Whereas feminine energy is more receptive, it's gentler in a way, it's more loving, compassionate. So it's almost like this month, you may feel the need to connect more with feminine energy, or being more submissive. And it's not a negative word, a negative situation, but just being like, stepping back and letting things kind of more flow into your life, as opposed to needing to take control over it. That might benefit you this month. And I mean, on the bottom of the card, the pile here, we have the 10 of Cups. So this is fulfillment. This is completion. This is things coming your way this month. 7 of Swords. Yeah, you don't have to be, defensive. You don't have to, it's almost like you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to fight to explain yourself. You don't have to fight against someone else. It's like you can agree to disagree kind of energy, especially if you're coming at that from a place of love as opposed to a place of fear. So often we disagree with someone and we feel the need to fight because it's coming from a place of fear. It's like, well, if I don't convince them that I am right, something negative could happen. But it's almost like you need to approach situations this month from a place of love. Trust. Again, it's about trusting this higher self, this trusting your higher self, trusting your intuition, and not needing to fight. It's, if you can trust yourself, if you can be confident in who you are, then it doesn't matter if someone disagrees with you. It doesn't matter if, it doesn't matter if you need to step away from something. Stepping away or stepping back from something doesn't mean that you're letting the other person, quote unquote, win. It just means that you're not giving your energy to their side. You're not giving your energy to their perspective. You're holding on to your truth. You're holding on to love, holding on to compassion and what you know to be, this 10 of Cups. This is the energy that I really want you to focus on. If things, especially with this King of Pentacles in reverse, this is this dominating, aggressive kind of energy. Like you need to step back from, because ultimately, this is a bison. Okay, I'm going to turn him upside down just so I can see him, or right side up, I should say. And yes, bisons can be aggressive. They can be, they're huge. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a bison in person. We have them at our local zoo. We do also have them in the areas surrounding my city, but I have never actually stumbled upon one in the wild, and I'm okay with that. But they are not as aggressive as it may seem, right? Like they're big, they're intimidating, like they are gigantic animals, like their heads are huge. And they are ultimately very gentle giants. And it's almost like, like a misconception about big animals being scary animals. They can be, but if you give them their space and you leave them alone, it's not going to bother you. So it's like, you've got this big scary animal. What does that equate to in your life? Is that a boss on a power trip? Is that even the government? Is that whatever you feel this King of Pentacles may be a metaphor for? How can you, it's not about saying it's not there, because that bison is still there, but you don't have to go up and try and pet it. You don't have to go up and try and shoo it away. You just walk past, okay? You know when you need to just walk past the big intimidating force. It might still be there, but it's just your energy doesn't need to go there right now, okay? I feel like your energy needs to be focused on you, focused on compassion, on love, perhaps on your family. Commitment, yeah. Focus on your commitments, especially, like, I feel like this is a distraction, okay? This is, we'll put them back like that again. This is the counterpart to your divine feminine. This is the counterpart to you. It's almost like, you know, we can approach things from fear, or we can approach things from love. And it's kind of like, it's that balance. We've got love, we've got fear. Which are you going to choose? Where is your commitment going to lie? Is it going to be to your higher self, or is it going to be to your ego? Is it going to be to love or fear? Is it going to be compassion or judgment? Magic stream. And we've got another crescent moon here too, which goes back to what I was saying at the beginning about if lunar cycles are really affecting you, make sure that you are being kind to yourself, gentle to yourself. We have this crane, this flamingo, maybe a heron. It could be a heron or a crane along the edge of this stream, but they're not in the stream, they're just observing it. It's like you need to be this heron, just observing. You'll know when the moment is right to get in the water, but for now we need to stand back and observe. But there's a rainbow here and a rainbow here. You'll know when the time is right. You'll see that. Some of you might see actual rainbows. That might be, the universe speaking to you. It could also, just be another metaphor for whatever your sign, your synchronicity might be that the universe speaks to you through. It's like, connect back, be mindful, be aware, watch for those synchronicities. Watch for those messages. And it's in those moments that you really need to connect within and trust yourself. Okay? So that is your message for August 2020. If you are an earth sign. So again, the earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Connect back with your intuition, with love for yourself, for others. But also don't forget to remain grounded in this earthly realm. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this format of videos using the elements for the Zodiac prediction. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, or let me know your thoughts or opinions on this down in the comments below. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Have a fantastic day. Bye.